We are back at the Dhule Stadium for match number 49 between Churchill Brothers SC and Calangute Association. Today is going to be a crucial encounter for Calangute Association. If they want to stay afloat in the title battle, they have to get these 3 points against Churchill Brothers. Over to Churchill Brothers. We can see them warming up in this match. They will be looking to spoil the party for Calangute Association. Debnath Mondal, who pulled off some crucial saves in the last match for Churchill Brothers, but they really have been on top of their game, getting 2 wins in a row. The Churchill Brothers team list does have some changes today, with Joban Cardozo, Clint Mendes coming in, Alan Fernandez for the suspended Rajendra Singh, Justin Barbosa makes his way back in, Kidron Fernandez, Avdal Varigodan, Asif Ali Molla, Frankie Oliveiro, Yagya Kapoor, Debnath Mondal and Velito Cruz, coached by the legendary Armando Colasso. On to Calangute Association. What a big encounter for them in this campaign. Their campaigns have been quite contrasting, Calangute Association and Churchill Brothers. And they have surprised one and all in this year's Selwell Goa Professional League. And Paramveer Singh has been a revelation on goal for Calangute since he's come on. The team list almost remains the same for Calangute Association, with Paramveer Singh, Krishnanath Shirodkar, Siddharth Kundaikar, Dominic Fernandez, Siddhant Shirodkar, Kuwame Jr., Rohan Kamble, Nixon Castagna. V. Suresh is the under-20 boy which comes into the team today. Fulganco Cardozo and Melvin Lobo the captain, coached by Valentine Azuego. On to the points table, and we see a clustered top 6, with Salgarkar leading with 17 points, but Calangute Association in 4th position, 13 points from 7 matches, and Churchill Brothers in 7th position, 8 matches, 10 points, with absolutely out of the title race. Churchill Brothers, they can only spoil the party for Calangute Association, who can go into 2nd position past Dempo, as we see the referees leading the teams in. A big game today in Calangute Association's rich history in the Goa Professional League. This is the closest they've come in a long time in their title aspirations. They played against last year's joint winners, Churchill Brothers, today. As we see Debnath and Melvin coming forward for the toss. The referees for today: Deeprat Sangelkar, Savio Fernandez, Raja Peer, and 4th official Selwich Almeida. The final checks to be done by the referees, heading to the goalpost to check the nets. Big game for the likes of Kuwame Jr. and Siddhant Shirodkar, who's been in terrific form. When they lost some momentum as they drew their last match, Calangute Association, an unexpected draw which came out of nowhere for them, having won their previous 2 games, beating Vasco Sports Club and Dempo. Calangute Association drew their last match against Sasa Football Academy. Whereas Churchill brothers lost to FC Goa. I beg your pardon, they drew against FC Goa. They drew 1-1 and pegged FC Goa back in the title aspirations, and they'll be looking to do more of the same today against Calangute Association. This could be a handful for Salgaonkar and Sporting Club de Goa, who played out a very, very high quality stalemate yesterday at the Dilla Stadium. As we see Roberto Gonzalez, the assistant coach, and Armando Colasso on the bench. The match commissioner for today, Raghunath Gossavi. Valentine Azuego. What an important match this is for Calangute Association in their campaign for the title. I'm just waiting for the kickoff. Churchill brothers also coming back after 2 wins and a draw, and so are Calangute Association. This should be a game of high intensity. Churchill brothers have nothing to lose, whereas Calangute Association can really mount a challenge for the title, especially with their last encounter of this year's Selval Goa Professional League being against Salgaonkar Football Club. What a big match that would be if Calangute Association can keep their title hopes up there. This is Yagya Kapoor down the left hand side. Early on, Churchill brothers trying to put pressure on Calangute Association, but there is that settled defense line for Calangute Association with Nixon Castagna sliding in to clear that ball. This is Avtal. We know that he is a powerful man, always trying to bulldoze his way past players. Avtal will be looking to continue his goal scoring. He got onto the score sheet in the last match against FC Goa, scoring that equalizer of a mistake of Lalvan Ruata. He bundled the ball home past Dylan De Silva. However, this is some early pressure on from Churchill brothers. This is Paramveer. He has a big game on his hands. He looked to continue his good form, and so will Debnath Mondal on the other end. Pulled off some absolutely sensational saves against FC Goa, but if you remember well, he also committed a few mistakes which could have led to dangerous situations where FC Goa could have got the win. This is Melvin Lobo. It'll be an intriguing battle to watch between Avtal and Melvin Lobo, because both are very, very powerful customers and tries to use their physical ability to dominate their opponents, because that's how they've been built to play this game, and they've had good campaigns. Avtal coming into the Churchill team a little later into Churchill's campaign in this year's Goa Professional League. but 10-man Churchill brothers in their last game against FC Goa with Rajinder Singh, who got that red card, is suspended today, but Rajinder Singh dismissed very early on, but 10-man Churchill did extremely well to hold on, and Avdal did a fantastic job of holding up play in the striking zone. However, this is a free kick in a good position. Nixon Castagna with the free kick, which was not a bad one. It has been deflected out by the ball set up by Devnath Mondal, and it is a corner for Calangute Association, the first of the game. Rohan Kamble coming into the first 11 will take this corner kick. Just flicked on. It's a throw in on the other end. Nixon jogs over to take the throw in. This is the newcomer, the young lad. Vishesh trying to get it in control, not quite happening for him. This is Vishesh again, who wins another throw in. Vishesh coming in place of Vineet Pudge on the right hand side. The only change that Valentine Azuego have made has made to this Calangute Association 11 today. This is Devnath Mondal, who's going to take this goal kick. Devnath with the long kick, headed on by Fulganko. We've got some powerful men at the back today. Calangute Association in the likes of Fulganko, Cardozo, Melvin Lobo and Krishnanath Shirodkar. It won't be easy for the likes of Avdal Variko then to bulldoze his way past as easily as he makes it seem, but there is that battle which I'm looking forward to more in this match. Avdal versus Fulganko on the left hand side as Velito comes forward with the ball, spreads it out to Yagya Kapoor. Yagya to Justin. This is Yagya Kapoor, cannot quite reach that ball from Justin. Krishnanath comes out and covers it beautifully. Justin to Yagya. Yagya's ball in, not a bad one. Melvin Lobo with the deflected kick off Krishnanath, and it's Churchill brothers who have won this corner kick and will be the first of the game for them. Jobin Cardozo is the man who's going to take this. Jobin's corner in, slightly overcooked, should be easily dealt with, and it's been headed out by Asif Molla for a goal kick. And this is Paramveer, takes it short to Nixon Castagna. Nixon's ball to Kwame Jr. Wins the throw in. Vishesh going into that shoulder tackle with Jobin Cardozo. Rohan Kamble to Nixon, back with Rohan Kamble, who cannot get it under control. He's given the ball away. This is Velito, plays it square to Asif, who does well but loses control as well, and Dominic Fernandez coming forward, getting in the crucial tackle. This is the ever so impressive Siddhant Shirodkar. Asif with a good tackling on Siddharth Kundaikar. This is Fulganko. Fulganko's throw-in. Rohan Kamle to Nixon Castagna. Melvin Lobo puts the ball forward. What a touch that is from Kundaikar. Not a great ball in the end from Fulganko Cardozo, but that was a great move again from Kundaikar. We know his ability to open up defenses with some elegant display of football, but not really the cross Fulganko who would have liked to put into the box. This is Yagya Kapoor. Avdal tries to be smart against Krishnanath, but Krishnanath keeping his calm. A lot of mispasses happening at this point of time. This is Klintz. I beg your pardon, that was Frankie Oliveira's ball for Joban Cardozo. This is Asif, does well again. Goes past the first challenge of Fulganko. Rohan Kamle to Dominic Fernandez. This is Nixon Castagna. Shirodkar back to Rohan Kamle. Rohan's ball. This is Vishesh chasing. Yagya Kapoor keeps his calm, does brilliantly, plays it to Justin Barbosa. Justin's poor ball in. This is Krishnanath back to Paramveer. It'll be interesting to see how the Churchill brothers handle the physicality of the other big striker, Kwame Jr., who's been quite influential and effective himself with his physicality and hold-up play for Calangute Association. The likes of Siddhant Shirodkar using that space Kwame Jr. creates for him. In footballing terms, we call it Siddhant playing it off Kwame Jr. And this is Melvin Lobo. This is that battle against Avdal Varikodan, who does well against Avdal, but this is Frankie Oliveira with the ball in, but not a very good one, but Joban will keep that in. Joban plays it back to Asif. This is Klintz Mendes. Klintz's ball looking for Frankie. Frankie puts it in, but will go straight to Paramveer, who gives it away quickly to Rohan Kamle. The experienced campaigner coming into the first 11 today, Rohan Kamle. He took that expansive shot against Sessa in the last match, which came off the bar, but this has been a poor ball again, and this is Avdal Varikodan in possession for Churchill brothers. Frankie tries to play it through to Avdal, but doesn't quite find him. This is Kundaikar. Looks for the long ball, looks for the run of Shirodkar, and Debnath has come out and will win the free kick as Shirodkar just put a hand out. It could have been dangerous again from Debnath Mondal, as we see this beautifully weighted ball almost finding Siddhant Shirodkar, who ran past Kidron Fernandez, but doing well in the end, Debnath. This is Alan Fernandez coming in place of Rajendra Singh Barola. Did a good job in last match against FC Goa, coming on when they were down to 10 men, Churchill brothers. This is Krishnanath back to Paramveer. This is Nixon Castagna. Nixon's long ball forward. Dominic Fernandez to Krishnanath. Tries to spread it out to Kundaikar, but Asif doing well yet again, and this is Joban. Clintz, Velito Cruz, and Yagya Kapoor. It's a beautifully played ball to Yagya, whose cross comes in, but Melvin Lobo does well, covering up for Krishnanath. But we're giving his captain a pat on the back for doing a phenomenal job of covering that space. And this is quite a battle in midfield at the moment as this is Yagya on his left foot, but clear off by Rohan Kamble. This is Houston. Velito Cruz. Houston. Afdal trying to move his way past as well against Nixon. He's still going. Afdal, very good done! Does ever so well to create space for him, but doesn't quite get the shot on. We'll see this again. Afdal moving in and out past the Calangute defenders. The corner has been cleared on. This is Kidron to Velito. Can't find Joban with that through ball. This is Siddhant Shirodkar. He does well and gets the foul. Great piece of skill. That was from Afdal, very good done. Calangute have to be careful because that man has quality and he can change the complexion of the game. He's always on the tail of the defenders, not letting them a moment's rest. Afdal, very good done, and Laura Ruata saw that firsthand in the last match. But today has been a midfield battle which Churchill brothers are edging right now with this is Rohan Kamble and Dominic Fernandez. This is an intriguing battle here between blue and red. Calangute Association in their famous blue and Churchill brothers going by the names, the Red Machines, in their ever so vibrant red jerseys. As they've given the ball away again, Calangute Association. This is Afdal up against Melvin Lobo, who does well. Beautifully done by Rohan Kamble. This is Nixon Castagna. Nixon's ball forward won't find Kwame Jr., who has been subdued more or less in this match. Not very happy today with his players not providing him the service that he wants so far. But Churchill brothers have had a decent start to this game and they look to maintain it. This really is a game which Calangute Association must win to keep their title hopes alive. This is Houston Barbosa. That's a beautiful cut in, looking for the run of Frankie, but this is Clintz to Afdal. This is Houston Barbosa, shot just off target. This is good football from Churchill brothers. Much more organized. They look against a very good Calangute Association team. This is Paramveer Singh. Ball comes in, not a great one, but Dominic Fernandez retrieves that. Another miss pass from Fulganko. Afdal on the turn has won the foul from Melvin Lobo. Was a beautiful turn from the forward. You'll see this again, the ball coming in from Joban. Beautiful work, using his body ever so well Avdal against Melvin Lobo. Like I said, if Calangute Association manage a win today, they will go on to that second position with 16 points and goes above tempo. But they will have played 2 games more than Sporting Club Decoa. But it is always table pressure which talks, and Calangute Association can put that pressure on Salgaocar and Sporting Club Decoa, which seem to be runaway leaders at the moment, as this free kick comes in from Yagya Kapoor. No one in the box really for Churchill brothers, as this ball comes in from Shirodkar, which will easily be collected by Debnath. This is Alan Fernandez. Valito Cruz. Yagya Kapoor. Justin Barbosa. Cutting in. Justin still on his run. Does well. Creates space for him. This is Justin. Threads it through, but Kundaikar had covered that space. He had read that game well. Does well there, Siddharth Kundaikar, covering up that left back position, as Falganko had to shift in. Melvin plays in Rohan Kamble. Rohan's long ball looking for Shirodkar, who gets to that. This is Siddhant Shirodkar, back to Kwame Jr. Kwame plays it well. It's a beautiful turn from Rohan Kamble. He rattles the post, but I think there was a handball in there from Rohan Kamble. But what an effort that was. It was a very good turn. We'll see this again. This is good play from Kwame Jr. Just waiting patiently, teasing the defenders. This is Rohan Kamble, and there you see that handball from Rohan Kamble, as Kidron did get the tackle on, but that was a good effort from Rohan Kamble. This is Kundaikar. This is Kwame Jr. looking for Shirodkar. Fernandez does well, plays it back to Debnath. Kwame in chase. Debnath does well. This is Alan Fernandez to Asif. Alan again, Valito Cruz. Yagya Kapoor moving forward. Yagya tries to thread it through with his right foot, but not quite getting it through, as Alan Fernandez gets the foul on Siddhant Shirodkar. Just cleaning him out there, Alan Fernandez. Melvin to Fulganko. This is better from Calangute Association. They have to look to settle down and not hurry this game up. They will look to find width and whip in those crosses, which have been so effective for them, with Kwame Jr. and Shirodkar getting on the end of them. This is Kwame Jr. He has to step it up today, as the shot comes in. Not a great one, not great decision from the African. Kwame Jr. has had a few very good games, not just in terms of his goals. He is so important to this Calangute Association team, with his hold up play, and his power up front does make a big difference. This This is Nixon Castagna. Krishna to Melvin Lobo. Melvin plays it back to Paramveer. Paramveer plays it long. This is Vishesh. Vishesh has a tough battle on his hands, especially with the physicality of Yagya Kapoor. Paramveer again looking for Vishesh, but Yagya overpowering the diminutive winger as Asif's ball comes in looking for Joban, who does well. He takes it in his stride, but Fulganko read that beautifully. This is Fulganko Cardozo being pressed by Frankie Oliveira. This is Paramveer. This is Vishesh again. Nixon clears it long, and Shirodkar's flick on. Easily dealt with by Kidron Fernandez, who has the ball now. Clint Mendes spreads it wide to Asif Molla. We've seen a much more organized Churchill Brothers team today, with Clint Mendes and Frankie Oliveira coming into the team, but the man who's been making all the difference for Churchill Brothers, Trijoy Dice, has been left out of the 11 today. I wonder why, but it'll be interesting to see if he has a suspension, but we'll get back to that, because this is Aftal in the box, lays it off, not getting the shot on. This is Houston Barbosa. Nixon does ever so well. This is Vishesh against Yagya, and he goes past Yagya, but has been pulled back. But Yagya Kapoor is writhing in pain on the ground, but it'll be interesting to see. He's the one who's made that foul, and it was that awkward fall from Yagya which has him rolling on the floor in pain, clutching his forehead, having a word with Yagya Kapoor, warning him that that would be the last time that he'll do that, because he will get a yellow card next time. But getting back to Trijoy Dice, where he's really been a big part of Churchill Brothers turning their campaign around somewhat, getting those 2 wins, and he's been involved in all the goals, but he is not in the team today. It can be an injury which just kept the main goal scorer of the team out, as this is a great ball to Houston Barbosa, who tries to take it in a stride but has been flagged offside by the assistant referee. This ball from Asif Molla was a beautiful one for Houston. We cannot say from that angle if Houston was offside, but he has been flagged offside. This is Paramveer taking the free kick. Kwame tries to flick it on, doesn't quite get it. This is Houston Barbosa against Vishesh. This is a good ball forward. This is Afdal against Melvin Lobo. This is Afdal. He takes the shot on, but Paramveer gets down comfortably to save it at his first post. But there is that threat from Afdal, doing so well against Krishnanath and Melvin Lobo. It's a real battle out there, which will be so interesting as the game goes on. This is Frankie Oliveira's ball forward, looking for Joban and Fulganko. In normal circumstances would have shielded that ball quite comfortably, but doesn't get into a mess with Joban Cardozo. And in the end coming out with the ball, but this is Clint Mendes to Velito Cruz. Yagya Kapoor. And gets ball forward to Aftal. This is Velito to Yagya against Vishesh. And he gets him down yet again. This time it will probably be a yellow card for Yagya Kapoor, who's been warned once before, just before this. Pleading with the referee. Pleading. And Yagya Kapoor almost pleading with the referee, but he will have no qualms in giving Yagya Kapoor a yellow card. Vishesh doing well against the more physical Yagya Kapoor. That's twice that he's trumped him. Quite clearly stopping that counter-attack, Yagya Kapoor. As the referee has blown his whistle for the first cooling break of the match, and it is still a stalemate at the moment between Churchill Brothers and Calangute Association, a match which Calangute Association have to win and to keep the pressure on Sporting Club de Goa and Salgakar Football Club. But Sporting and Salgakar wouldn't be complaining if Churchill Brothers are spoiling the party for the men in blue. The teams have been ushered back in by the referee. Armando Colasso barking last minute instructions as his players get back into shape. We haven't seen those marauding runs down the right hand side from Nixon Castana in this match, because it's been a somewhat more organized Churchill Brothers team today. They will be looking, however, to get that solitary goal, which could make a big difference. Something gives me a feeling that this is a game which only a goal could make the difference. Both teams very cautious in their approach today, trying to use the physicality and power of their forward line. Churchill Brothers have had the better share of half chances, I would say. Not many clear chances created by either team, as Melvin Lobo comes forward and puts it out for a throw-in. This is Afdal, takes it quickly. This is Frankie Oliveira, tries to flick it on. This is Vishesh. Look at the difference in size between Vishesh and Afdal in that. This is Fulganko Cardozo. Melvin. And Kwame gets the foul finally. Kwame wants Vishesh to react quickly on that, because he was ready to give the pass to Vishesh and take the quick free kick. This is Dominic, who's been quite quiet as the shot comes in from Shirodkar. There you see that he's not afraid to take shots from distance or on the bounce or on the turn. Siddhant Shirodkar, that's probably why he's up there in the goal scoring charts. That's what makes a good forward. He's got the pace, he's got the turn. He just needs to get that one odd chance, and Calangute Association need to create that for Kwame or Siddhant Shirodkar. This is Nixon Castagna. Loses out to Avdal. Justin marching down the left. This is Justin Barbosa in the box. Marching forward. Justin with the ball! Frankie Oliveira, the man who's come back into the 11, has opened the scoring for Churchill brothers, as Nixon Castagna, who's been a shadow of himself today, lost the ball on the right hand side, and Avdal Varikodan moving forward plays it in for Justin, who goes to the byline, cuts it back in for Frankie, whose only job is to slot it into an empty goal. Beautifully worked out by Churchill brothers. They have been deserving that lead because they have been the more impressive team today. We'll see this from this angle, as beautifully played in by Avdal, almost hugging the touchline, cutting it back in for Frankie Oliveira with a beautiful run of himself, holding his run there as Melvin Lobo goes to the byline for Justin's cross. Justin does well to cut it back in, and Frankie Oliveira has opened the scoring for Churchill brothers. This has been a very, very positive display of football from Churchill brothers, and I dare say this has been one of the best starts for them in this year's league. I spoke about spoiling the party, and boy, will there be smiles on the faces of Salgaocar and Sporting Club de Goa, because Calangute Association, the only team which looked to be close to them, they would have been on 16 points, or rather they will be on 16 points if they win this match. Just one behind Salgaocar. But they are trailing the Red Machines. This is Debnath Mondal. Plays it square. This is Choban. This is Asif, rather, not Choban. Asif doing so well, twisting and turning. This Churchill brothers team oozing in confidence at the moment. Debnath's clearance. Valito going up and winning that header against Kundaikar. Cheeky at times, but Debnath comes out and handles the danger. This is Dominic Fernandez. But Churchill brothers will do well not to go into a shell, because they have been doing so well and will look to continue that momentum forward. This is Frankie, the goal scorer, tries to put it forward, but no one really making that run for him. And this is Kundaikar, plays it forward for Shirotkar. This is Kwame Jr. Kwame lifts it in to the middle. Nixon Castagna. This is the first time we've seen him come forward. This is Dominic. Rohan Kamle's shot. We know that he's got a big right foot and he's known for his long ranges. But that time it was not quite on target, and it's gone out for a goal kick for Debnath Mondal. "38 minutes played, and it's been a good encounter, good football on display from Churchill brothers, but Calangute Association not the most impressive, as the referee has stopped the game, and we'll see why, because Krishnanath Shirotkar is on the ground. I wonder what really happened there. as Krishnath has stayed on the ground. But Armando Colasso will be very happy with his boys today. They have been on the rise, Churchill brothers. They drew against FC Goa in the last match, but they got 2 back-to-back wins before that, and they are leading a very, very impressive, high on confidence Calangute Association team. And they're not only leading them, they have literally dominated the proceedings against the men in blue. This is Velito Cruz. Aftal, he's had a good game too. Aftal Varikoban. It was his steal which led to that goal for Frankie Oliveira, as Asif is in an offside position, and quite clearly there in an offside position there, Asif Ali Mullah. And this is Krishnath, who's back on his feet. Krishnath's long ball again, well dealt with by Yagya Kapoor. I don't understand, sometimes Yagya tries to manipulate the referee's decisions. There was no one near him, and he tells the referee that it has come off for Calangute player. Quite surprising really. Sometimes players can be very, very funny with how they want to manipulate the referees, but that's a part of the game today. As Nixon Castanha's throw-in comes in, and Yagya does well against Kwame Jr., clears it on. And this is Krishnath. The long ball game hasn't been working today for Calangute Association, as there's no one in the box. Devnath releases Velito. This is Asif, puts it forward, and this is some space ahead for Clint Mendes. Clints his ball forward, but Fulganko will chase it down, and his power will talk, and he wins the throw-in against Choban Cardozo. Asif is preventing the early free kick to be taken. This is Fulganko Cardozo who takes the free kick, plays it to the other side to Nixon, who plays it forward for Dominic Fernandez. This is a good ball forward, Kwame Jr. But Alan Fernandez has been so impressive today for Churchill brothers. He does well, but does end up giving the corner kick. This is the second corner for Calangute Association today. Can Churchill brothers hold on to this lead going into half-time? And this corner comes in from Kundaiker and punched out by Devnath. The shot comes in. Vishesh with the shot, holds it back. Still some trouble, cleared out eventually. This is Melvin Lobo. Rohan Kamle to Fulganko, whose cross takes a deflection of Choban and wins another corner kick for Calangute Association. Calangute will be looking to end this half on a high. They've not really tested Devnath Mondal today, neither have they tested this defense too much today. They have been overpowered in the midfield region with some good movement from Churchill brothers. As Rohan Kamle's corner comes in, and that has gone through Devnath Mondal. And that was a very dangerous situation for Churchill brothers. We see that curled in corner, and that was a chance. That was a very good chance. That was a good, intelligent corner taken by Rohan Kamle. Shirodkar just had to get a flick on. Devnath was blinded. It went through him. A cross goal. This is Debnath's goal kick. Takes it high and long. Afdal not happy with something there. I think not happy with Frankie being right up there with him. Justin again retains the ball. This is Yagya Kapoor. And get as well. This is Alan Fernandez. Alan to Afdal's flick. He's not very happy with himself. Straight to Nixon. This is Krishnanath to Melvin Lobo. Really plays with his heart on his sleeve. Afdal Varikodan demands a lot from himself. This is Vishesh. Vishesh does well. This is Yagya Kapoor who will do well to shield it off. Again some real shot from Yagya Kapoor going onto the ground, but it's funny really seeing Yagya. His theatrics are quite funny to watch at times. He does have that tendency to exaggerate situations, and that was one of those situations where he was doing exactly that. As Afdal wins the flick on Frankie, putting pressure on Nixon, but a little high from Frankie Oliveira. This is Krishnanath who's going to take this free kick. Kwame up against Kidron Fernandez, backing into him. This is Kwame Jr. Can he get it under control? He does. Kwame does well to retain possession. This is Rohan Kamble, not getting the width that he would want from his players as Asif comes out and wins possession. This is Afdal, Valito, Frankie Oliveira, Joban back to Afdal. This is Justin through on goal. What can Justin do? Justin with the shot, and he's missed it completely. All that was required from Justin Barbosa was a little bit of composure, as Afdal Varikodan had put him through with a quite brilliantly disguised ball forward. Again, very good play from Churchill brothers. That was a fantastic lightning quick counter attack from the Red Machines. This really has been, in my opinion, the best performance from a Churchill brothers team this year in the Selval Goa Professional League. They have been calm, they have been composed, and they really have taken the game to Calangute Association as the referee brings the first half to an end. It is Churchill brothers who will be heading to the dugout, much happier of the two teams. It's been a subdued performance from Calangute Association, but credit where it's due. It is Churchill brothers who've taken the game to Calangute Association and have been so impressive. The best half of football Churchill brothers have played in this year's Selval Goa Professional League, and that has resulted with the halftime score of Churchill brothers leading Calangute Association 1-0. they come out with all 3 points against Salgaonkar Football Club, who are yet to concede a goal in this year's league. In the coach's words, as the referee's whistle, putting Mark Carvalho through against Alton Vaz. Mark getting into the box. Is that a foul? Is that a penalty? Poor touch in the end as he's gone through, bulldozes his way through. This is Philip Adogbo. Marcus Mascarenas has scored! That is the first goal Salgaonkar Football Club. As this ball has come to Stefan, what can he do? Stefan Sheldon, and that should be a penalty, and it is! Beautifully threaded through ball which completely dissected this defense of Sporting Club de Goa, and that quite rightly bulges the net behind Ozan Silva. He goes to take the penalty, he slots it home! It is 1-1 at the Dullar Stadium. Both players going head to head, Marcus Mascarenas and Saurav Patil as Jason De Mello, and there you see that was not quite right from Saurav Patil. Beautiful ball played forward for Marcus Mascarenas. He's lost Flagan Rodriguez. This is Marcus in the box, cuts in. Marcus Mascarenas! He has missed the target. What an opportunity that was. Marcus Mascarenas doing everything correctly. And that will be the first half action. That leads us to this halftime score. Sporting Club de Goa 1, Salgaonkar Football Club 1. As the shot comes in from Saish Madan, and that was not really a bad effort. It's still in danger. Philip Adogbo going forward with some skill. He's still going forward. This is a chance. Philip Adogbo, what skill to go past Saurav Patil. He puts it forward to Marcus Mascarenas. What a block that is. This is Prathamesh moving on from midfield, looking for Stephen's rush. Stephen! Has he got this? Oh my God! That is bounced over the goal. Absolutely perfectly, as Ozan Silva was out of goal, left stranded. You will not believe what you've seen on your screen after additional time, but this game is over. Not before you think, as the shot is taken by Stefan. Sporting Club Hearts with that Ozan Silva scrambling across goal literally. This is a chance for Salgaonkar. A lot of excitement in the box, and that is chested on by Stephen Satakar. The final whistle comes in full time. It is Sporting Club de Goa 1, Salgaonkar Football Club 1. Been in a battle for relegation in a long time. Joachim plays it to Francis Fernandez, a shot which is brilliantly kept out by Preston Rego. Daniel Rebello's corner comes in, and the header has allowed a scrappy football affair going on in that. Joyson does well. Goes past one of his markers, is Lloyd Cardozo, and Joyson in the box. Joyson takes it, and they have scored the first goal of the match. This is Krishna Gavas. He's had an impressive start as this shot comes in. Rizwan Fernandez! Lieutenant Rebello. This is Joachim Branches who wrestles. The ball comes in from Anil Kaukar, and that is so close from Joachim Branches with the header. This is still dangerous. Daniel's ball, this is another chance. What a block that is from Janio Fernandez as Francis Fernandez. Let me tell you that these Panjim footballers will be outraged as Kuldeep's ball comes in, and that is off the ball. This is a chance, still in it. What an opportunity for Vasco Sports Club. Threads it forward, this is a chance. Joachim Branches has missed that glorious opportunity, and what a big save that is. As the ball comes in, the flick-ons from Joachim. And that's a foul given by the referee. This is the moment for redemption for Joachim Abranches. The captain, he hits the top corner with no chance for Preston Rego. Preston has gone through, he's taken the shot but straight to Rizwan Fernandez. A sea of yellow t-shirts coming forward, the corner coming in, and this is a chance for Brazil. The ball is still in. This is one back, this is Akash Sanadi places it in. And there is the final whistle. If they come out with all 3 points against Salgaonkar Football Club, who are yet to concede a goal in this year's league. In the coach's words, as the referee's whistle, putting Mark Carvalho through against Alton Vaz. Mark getting into the box. Is that a foul? Is that a penalty? Poor touch in the end as he's gone through, bulldozes his way through. This is Philip Adogbo. Marcus Mascarenas has scored! That is the first goal Salgaonkar Football Club. As this ball has come to Stefan, what can he do? Stefan Sheldon, and that should be a penalty, and it is! Beautifully threaded through ball which completely dissected this defense of Sporting Club de Goa, and that quite rightly bulges the net behind Ozan Silva. He goes to take the penalty, he slots it home! It is 1-1 at the Dullar Stadium. Both players going head to head, Marcus Mascarenas and Saurav Patil as Jason DeMello. And there you see that was not quite right from Saurav Patil. Beautiful ball played forward for Marcus Mascarenas. He's lost Flagan Rodriguez. This is Marcus in the box, cuts in. Marcus Mascarenas! He has missed the target. What an opportunity that was. Marcus Mascarenas doing everything correctly. And that will be the first half action. That leads us to this halftime score. Sporting Club de Goa 1, Salgaonkar Football Club 1. As the shot comes in from Saish Madan, and that was not really a bad effort. It's still in danger. Philip Adogbo going forward with some skill. He's still going forward. This is a chance. Philip Adogbo, what skill to go past Saurav Patil. He puts it forward to Marcus Mascarenas. What a block that is. This is Prathamesh moving on from midfield, looking for Stephen's run. Stephen! Has he got this? Oh my God! That is bounced over the goal. Absolutely perfectly, as Ozan Silva was out of goal, left stranded. You will not believe what you've seen on your screen after additional time, but this game is over. Not before you think, as the shot is taken by Stefan. Sporting Club Hearts with that Ozan Silva scrambling across goal literally. This is a chance for Salgaonkar. A lot of excitement in the box, and that is chested on by Stephen Satakar. The final whistle comes in full time. It is Sporting Club de Goa 1, Salgaonkar Football Club 1. As the match commissioner and the referees lead the two big names of Goan football out to the middle. FC Goa versus Churchill Brothers it is right now. The referee blows his whistle, and this is Rakesh Das to Yagya Kapoor. Churchill brothers have got this after Farikot down with the left-footed shot. Dylan De Silva. This is another chance. Sereno Fernandez. He has rolled it into the goal. And I must say, quite against the run of play, Sereno Fernandez. Very elegantly, as Wasim Inamdar tries to take it in his stride, and almost like a rugby tackle there from Rajendra Singh. As this ball comes in, again giving away the ball. This is Aftal Farikotban smashing it home. Dribble past two defenders and then losing the ball out. And Rajendra Singh Bairala, I think, has got his red card here. This is Ralte stepping it up, and that is absolute catastrophe from Devnath Mondal. This is a great ball. Wasim Inamdar, what a chance that was. Lalrem, this is Romeo Fernandez. What a save that is from Devnath Mondal. Offside given by the assistant referee. It wide to Ralte with a beautiful ball in, and another magnificent save from Devnath Mondal. He launched Calangute Association defense today, where they look to be a completely changed outfit. Churchill brothers playing against a very confident and highly rated Calangute Association team today, and they are proving that they are no pushovers today. But we've seen Calangute Association fight back before. They are a team which thrives on playing with heart, but they will be looking to do the exact same thing. That fighting spirit has to be rekindled in them in this second half if they want to get anything out of this game against Churchill brothers, as the referee blows the whistle. And this is Rohan Kamble, Nixon Castagna, this is Kwame Jr. and Vineet Punch has come on. I think Vishesh is the man who's gone out, adding some power into that right hand side. I think that's a good change from Valentine Azuego. Vineet Baj coming in place of Vishesh. Vishesh didn't have much to offer in this game against Churchill brothers, who are a physical team, we know, as this corner comes in from Rohan Kamble, acrobatically cleared on by Asif Molla. Rohan to Phil Kanko. This is Kundaikar. Kundaikar's throwing to Kwame Jr. Beautifully played, and Rohan Kamble not quite getting there. This is Asif. Gives it away. Frankie gets it back again. This is Asif Molla. Asif hooks it up. Nixon. Oh. This is Melvin Lobo. The fancy back flick to Phil Kanko. This is Dominic Fernandez to Rohan. Kundaikar's crossing. Comes off Frankie Oliveira. This is Joban Cardozo. Asif's clearance. And the clearance coming in as we see the confirmation of that substitution, where Vishesh has been substituted by Valentine Azuego. This is Aftal. Aftal moving forward, takes the shot on, but it has gone out straight for a throw-in. Nixon's throw. This is Nixon Castagna. Takes the throw in. Siddharth Sharatkar hasn't been able to get into the game today against Churchill Brothers. His midfield hasn't really allowed him to do that. They have been overpowered today, really, to be very honest. Calangute. So as we see Kwame Jr. on the ground. Goal kick to be taken by Devnath. This is Alan Fernandez. We must mention Alan Fernandez. Since the time he's come on when Churchill went down to 10 men, he has been one of the most calming influences in that Churchill Brothers team. He's done a fantastic job, really, in that heart of defence. With all due respect to Rajendra Singh Barola, but his red card probably has changed this Churchill Brothers team up completely, as the referee has blown his whistle for a free kick for Calangute Association. Avdal comes back to join the wall with Clint Mendes. Melvin Lobo, Siddharth Kundaikar and Rohan Kamble standing over this ball. Kundaikar takes it and it was always going up, and that free kick from Kundaikar, going for power than direction, really, but it is difficult to beat a goalkeeper of Devnath's caliber from that kind of distance. Devnath's goal kick comes in. Fulganko's header and a free kick by Rohan Kamble, given away to Churchill Brothers. Nixon's header. This is Yagya's throw in. Frankie to Yagya Kapoor. Fouled by Rohan Kamble again, and there is that over exaggeration from Yagya Kapoor. We'll see him again. Let's see this. It's definitely a foul, but there you see those 3-4 rolls on the ground from Yagya Kapoor, but he's instantly back on his feet, taking this free kick as Vineet Pach gets it off Joban Cardozo. This is Dominic Fernandez to Fulganko. Fulganko looking for Shirotka's run but not quite getting it. Asif covering it very well. This is Joban Cardozo, does well there. Velito to Yagya Kapoor. The sliding tackle comes in from Dominic. This is Vineet Paj. Dominic, that's a beautiful ball forward. Kwame Jr. This is some space. It's been laid off. Siddharth Kundaikar has missed a sitter. What an opportunity for Kundaikar to get Calangute back into this match. This is brilliant vision from Kwame Jr. All he had to do is slot it past Devnath, either side of the man or just to keep it on goal. Siddharth Kundaikar misses a golden opportunity for the men in blue. This is Kwame, but Devnath comes out and averts the danger. You cannot take this Calangute Association team lightly. They can create anything out of nothing, really. And that would be quite against the run of play if Kundaikar did put it past Devnath Mondal, but there is the frailty of the Churchill brothers' defense. This is Yagya Kapoor against Kwame Jr. Yagya does well, putting it out for a throw, and this is Nixon Castagna. Not quite getting it there from Shirodkar, but will Calangute Association rue that miss? What an opportunity that was for the men in blue, as Fulkanko takes the throw in quickly. And this is Rohan Kamble. Nixon Castagna. Nixon's ball to Vineet Pudge, and he is in an offside position. Churchill brothers will look to slow the game down at this point of time, because Calangute Association are taking small steps and gaining momentum in this match. This is Afdal, and he is definitely a man who can slow things down and create, as he's done, because this is a beautiful ball spread out from Joban to Justin, and Justin's shot has gone wide again of Paramveer's goal. Justin could have scored that second goal really, with that pass from Afdal, but missed a glorious opportunity towards the end of that first half to put Churchill brothers 2-0 up. Asif loses the ball. This is Siddharth Shirodkar. Glorious opportunity. Shirodkar, what a miss that is. Siddharth Shirodkar, the man in form, doesn't get his shot off. Asif Molla losing the ball there to Kundaikar, and another glorious opportunity for Shirodkar. But again, what has he done? He's literally just passed it into the lap of Devnath Mondal. Valentine Azurego will not be a happy man, because it well could have been turned around here. 2-1. Churchill brothers asking for trouble, and Calangute Association giving them the answer and putting them under immense pressure, but poor finishing from Kundaikar and Shirodkar, as Yagya goes against Kwame. Not very happy with that challenge from Kwame Jr. Alan Fernandez comes forward to take the free kick. Vineet Pudge to Rohan Kamble. Looks for Rohan Kamble, but not quite finding him in the end, and Afdal has stayed on the ground. Afdal Varikotan. The referee having a word with Afdal, holding the back of his head. This is Nixon Castagna. Nixon's long throw. Yagya's header. This is Velito. Joban Cardozo trying to thread it through for Afdal, not quite getting there, and Nixon does well to leave it. Goes out for a goal kick. This is Fulganko Cardozo. This game has come alive, and Calangute Association really should have been back in the match by now, but Kundaikar and Sharotkar not allowing the men in blue, missing two sitters right in front of goal. This is Sharotkar against Kidron, gets the ball off Kidron Fernandez and gets the foul as well against Kidron Fernandez, who has no complaints that time. It's a free kick now. This is Rohan Kamble and Kundaikar standing over the free kick. Siddhant Sharotkar being taken off for Daryl Costa. It's an interesting change because Sharotkar might have missed that opportunity, but he is a player which is known to create those chances for Calangute Association, but this time the free kick from Rohan Kamble easily dealt with by Devnath Mondal. This is Fulganko Cardozo. That's a beautiful ball forward again. That Daryl Costa has been flagged offside. At the hour mark, Churchill brothers are leading Calangute Association 1-0. The scoreline could have easily read 2-all by now if both the teams had taken the chances they had got. But both the teams separated by that lightning quick counter-attack, which Frankie Oliveira finished off for Churchill brothers as Fulganko gives away the corner kick. Yagya Kapoor coming forward to take this corner. Not too many players forward for Churchill brothers because they know that Calangute can hit them on the counter attack. As the ball comes in, Afdal still chasing it but cannot quite keep it in. It has gone out for another corner. The game has opened up slightly in the second half. Calangute have been better in the opening 15 minutes than they have been in that whole first half. Joban Cardozo's corner. It was missed by Paramveer, but Afdal, it touches his chest and cleared of the line in the end by Calangute Association, but that was another opportunity for Churchill to put this game to bed. Afdal has gone down again, clutching his stomach. I don't think that was much in there. He couldn't see it from that angle what exactly happened. But Afdal gets the yellow card and the referee gives Afdal the yellow card for play acting, and then I must give the referee the thumbs up on that because there really was nothing in that from Fulganko Cardozo. I'm not very happy with that decision the big man Afdal Varikov done, but he has to be careful now. Now that he's on a yellow card. This is Rohan Kamble. Kundaikar beautifully slips it through for Daryl Costa. Daryl Costa puts it in. This is a chance, and Dominic Fernandez cannot get that into his stride. cleared by the Churchill brothers defenders. This is full Kanko. Daru Costa. Kundaiker. A throw-in Churchill brothers' way. This time it's Kwame Jr.'s opportunity to show some frustration. Velito Cruz clears it. Joban brings it down beautifully. That is really good to see. This is after Varikotan, but Melvin does so well. Still going, Melvin so strong on the ball. Melvin Lobo. Nasir's ball back has caused some confusion in the defense. This is Yagya Kapoor. Goes past Vineet Pudge with a lucky bounce. This is Yagya Kapoor. Justin Barbosa. Justin keeps it in control. This is Aftal. Stripped off the ball yet again. This is Melvin Lobo. Rohan Kamble. Vineet. Plays it back for Nixon. This is Vineet. He definitely gives in better shape to this Calangute Association team, Vineet Pudge. He allows the likes of Nixon Castagna to offer more width to this Calangute Association team. Vineet Pudge coming in and receiving the balls allows Nixon to go wide, and that definitely gives a better dimension to this Calangute Association team, as Siddharth Kundaiker thinks that the ball was already out and then he catches the ball, but it really hadn't gone out and the referee had to blow his whistle for a handball. This is Asif's free kick. Frankie. What a ball forward that is from Frankie Oliveira. This is Houston. He's got over and that should be a penalty. There is absolutely no chance that the referee wouldn't blow his whistle for a penalty on that, as Justin Barbosa had got there first. He flicked it over Paramveer, and this should be a great opportunity, and that quite clearly is a penalty kick. Absolutely no doubt in the mind of anyone out there. But this is Frankie Oliveira who is going to take this spot kick. Paramveer, can he make amends for his mistake? Churchill brothers looking to put the game to bed. Frankie Oliveira. Frankie does it ever so confidently. Slots it past Paramveer Singh. Today has been a day where Frankie Oliveira has come of age, and it is Churchill brothers 2, Calangute Association 0. The title hopes fading away for the men in blue. We see the spot kick again. No chance for Paramveer Singh. Beautifully taken penalty kick. Very similar to the one Joachim Branches took in his last match for Vasco Sports Club. Now this is a rampant Churchill brothers team right now. This is Justin Barbosa. After Varikodan not quite getting there, he leaves the ball behind. Nixon Castagna puts it forward. Easily held by Paramveer Singh. Kwame's header. Yagya Kapoor quite rightly fouled there by Daru Costa, and I don't understand this from Yagya Kapoor. He was ready to run back as Dario Costa had put that ball forward. I'm not saying that's not a foul, but Yagya Kapoor has gone down on the ground, but he was running back when the ball was in play, and as soon as the referee blows the whistle, Yagya Kapoor starts his theatrics. I don't understand this as from Yagya Kapoor, because this really is not a pretty sight to watch in football. Play acting is not the right way forward. It's not sportsmanlike, but someone should point it out to him. He's young, but the likes of Armando Colasso, Norberto Gonzalez should be pointing these things out. He's a talented player, Yagya Kapoor, no doubt about that. As he's on the ball and goes on his marauding left moving runs. He's touched it in that relegation battle, but have changed things around for them with a few wins. As Justin Barbosa, if he could have got that in control, that would have been the third goal for Churchill Brothers, no doubt about that. This is Yagya Kapoor again. Nixon puts in a good tackle. We see Bersal Vigas and Mohammad Shashad on the touchline warming up. We can see them coming on, and then this would be a good opportunity for them in such a comfortable position right now for Churchill Brothers to build their confidence as well, as the shot comes in from Velito. Quite a feeble one in the end. As Parambir will take this goal kick again. Parambir's goal kick taken forward. Kwame up against Kidrin Fernandez. Does well yet again. Towering header against Kwame. This is Kundaikar. Daryl Costa up against Asif. This is Kundaikar. The ball comes in and Debnath Mondal quite comfortably collects it. Debnath spreads it right for Asif Molla. Again almost losing out there Asif. This is Velito. Clears it on. It'll be interesting for Calangute Association, because the top two teams, Salgaocar and Sporting Club de Goa, have won their matches against Churchill Brothers. Sporting beating Churchill Brothers 2-0, whereas Salgaocar absolutely demolishing Churchill Brothers 5-0 in the second match of the campaign for Churchill Brothers. As Pednekar comes on, and Kwame Jr. is the man who's being taken off. Rohan Pednekar is the man who's come on for Kwame Jr. who's hardly done anything in today's game, as this is Dario Costa taking the shot on. Won't trouble anyone except the crowd just outside the stadium. Debnath Mondal had those chances to save in right at the start of the second half, but he's really been very comfortable on goal today. Churchill Brothers making a substitution now. Joban Cardozo will be the man going off, and Josley Dice will be the man coming on for Churchill Brothers. This is a chance for Josley Dice. It's a first outing for him in this year's Selvar Goa Professional League. It has been an unbelievable display of football from Churchill Brothers, but it's a little too late really in the league for them to mount a challenge for the title, Churchill Brothers. But we've seen sparks where The team has been coming together and living up to the name in the front of the shirt, the big name that is of Goan football, Churchill brothers. However, this game is not over. Calangute Association have got a free kick with Kundaikar to take this as the ball comes in and well defended yet again. This is Vineet Pudge. Back to Rohan Kamble, who's won another free kick, and it's the first contribution from the substitute Josley Dice. Josley just catching Rohan Kamble a little late on that. If Calangute Association can get a goal back somehow from somewhere, it will be an interesting last quarter of the game. This is Rohan Kamble's free kick. In cricketing terms, we shall call that the ball has been sent out of the stadium for a 6 by Rohan Kamble, as the referee has ushered the players to the dugout for the second and the last cooling break of this match as we head into the final quarter of the game, with Churchill brothers leading Calangute Association 2-0. It has been a very, very professional and calm display from Armando Colasso's boys. We've seen the smile back on his face, and why shouldn't it be, because his boys have put on quite a show today at the Dillard Stadium, quite contrasting to Calangute Association's coach Valentine Azuego, who was hoping that his team would continue the good run which has given them hopes of the title, but in what looks like they will be condemned to a defeat today, Calangute Association's faint title hopes will vaporize after this defeat. However, it will still be on mathematically, but it will be a very, very tough situation. But we will see Calangute Association clash against Salgaonkar Football Club on the 13th of April in what will be both the teams' last encounter, and it could be an interesting one. What an encounter it could be if that would have been a title decider, with Sporting Club de Goa having matches against Tempo and FC Goa to come. The title could still go anyone's way really, but Salgaonkar having the upper hand, having easier fixtures going forward after that match against Sporting Club de Goa yesterday. And there we see not a very happy Calangute Association owner today, but he will be proud of his boys, because after a long time he has seen his team right up there competing with the best, beating heavyweights like Vasco Sports Club and Tempo Sports Club back to back. But today it is a disappointing day. It really has been the consistency of Salgaonkar Football Club and Sporting Club de Goa which have allowed them to be the top two teams of the league. As Velito has been brought down, this is Avdal, plays it to Josley Dice. This is Asif. Back to Kidron. Velito. After Varikotan. Velito again. This is some space on the left hand side for Justin if Churchill could have got it through, but Calangute win back possession. This is Rohan Pednekar. Pednekar again looking for Daryl Costa's run, with Kwame Jr. off. There is no target man for Calangute Association, and this could get worse for them. This is Josley Dice down the right hand side, but not really doing too well. The substitute losing control. This is Paramveer's ball to Fulganko Cardozo. Fulganko playing it forward for Rohan. Fulganko back to Vineet. Vineet's ball forward to Dominic Fernandez. Nixon. Nixon's long ball easily dealt with by Asif Molla. Is on a hat-trick. Frankie Oliveira. What a performance it has been from Frankie coming back into the team today. This is Josley Dice back to Asif Molla, who does well yet again under pressure. This is Josley with a poor touch in the end. But Pednekar gets it off. Josley, not a good start by Josley in this match. This is Kamle playing it down the right to Kundaikar. Kundaikar shot comes in, and for a moment Debnath Mondal looked a little troubled, but it was always swinging out from Kundaikar as the shot came in. It was swerving in the air. It had him interested, didn't it, Debnath Mondal, as he takes this goal kick. Afdal flicks it on, but Josley not quite getting on the end of it. Melvin Lobo's clearance. Kundaikar heads it on, and this is Daryl Costa getting there ahead of Yagya Kapoor. Debnath should get to that, but if you've seen Yagya Kapoor's game, you can see talent written all over that man's body language. But talking about body language, sometimes the overconfidence does get the better of him, because just in the previous instance where he was the favourite to win that ball against Daryl Costa, he takes it very casually, just jogging to the ball, but then gets caught on by Daryl Costa. We've seen that in previous matches as well, but that's something again the coaches have to work. He's still young and can work on those instances. But no doubt on his ability on his left foot, he's been quite an impact on the left hand side for Churchill brothers. Yagya Kapoor, since the time he's come on, as Dominic Fernandez comes out with the ball, plays it back to Nick Castagna. Krishnanath plays it square to Melvin Lobo. Melvin's long ball. Kidron headed it out. This is Fulganko. Back to Melvin. Krishnanath. Rohan Kamle to Nixon Castagna. This is Rohan Kamle again, spreads it out beautifully. This is Vineet Pudge. Does well Vineet. Asif Molla committing that foul. Vineet getting the foul. We'll see. Slips it past Asif. This is Rohan Kamle standing over the free kick. And we see beautifully disguised ball in. And it's Frankie Oliveira has been taken off by Armando Colasso, and Jordan Fernandez is the man who's coming on for Churchill Brothers. And there really should be a huge round of applause for that man who's scored both the goals for Churchill Brothers.
The second substitution for
As he walks off, Armando Colasso congratulates the young man Frankie Oliveira as the long goal kick comes in from Debnath Mondo looking for Avdal. This is Rohan Kamble. Does well to get under control. Dominic does well, plays it back to Krishnanath. This is Nixon Castagna, who's been a little off colour today. Nixon Castagna. It was his mistake which led to that first goal from Frankie. Kidron Fernandez to Asif Mullah. Velito gives it away. Melvin to Vineet. Vineet does well, so well again. Vineet on his left foot. Can't find that final cross in. Asif Mullah not doing well against Vineet, but this is Avdal Varikodan. Leaves it behind. Tries to find Jordan Fernandez, but Nixon Castagna was always chasing that. However, this is Justin Barbosa. Justin's cross in. Easily chested down for Paramveer by Fulganko. This is Vineet. Rohan Kamble twisting and turning. Kundaiker. This is Dominic Fernandez. Churchill Brothers won't mind the possession from Calangute Association, but this is good play, and a shot comes in from Dominic Fernandez. The finishing has really been not there for Calangute Association today. It's really been poor. There have been some good moves created by the men in blue, but they have been let down by some poor finishing. Churchill Brothers were 1-0 up in the first half, but right at the start of the second half, Calangute Association had two glorious gilt-edged opportunities to get back into the game, which Siddharth Kundaiker and Siddhant Shirodkar absolutely squandered it, and with that, maybe they've squandered the title hopes as well. This is Asif. Throws it to Aftal. He wins in another throw. This is Asif's throwing. Josley plays it back to Asif. Josley's ball in, flicked on by Nixon Castagna. Will be a throw in on the other end right now for Churchill Brothers. The clock is ticking down right now for Calangute Association. Churchill Brothers managing the game very well. Yagya Kapoor throws it for Afdal. Afdal with his great hold-up play. Melvin Lobo in close chase. Jordan plays it back to Clint Mendes, who I'm not sure who he was looking after. Absolutely brilliant to watch, and he puts it forward for Justin Barbosa, but Nixon does well in that situation. Kundaiker. This is Nixon. Rohan Kamble. Vineet Budge to Fulganko. Pednekar back to Fulganko. He'll hook it up forward, looking for the run of Dal Costa. He does get ahead of Kidron Fernandez. And has he given a penalty? Oh my God. One Watt has been given a penalty against Dal Costa.
5 minutes.
The assistant referee has flagged it off as offside. Unbelievable. We'll see this again from Daryl Costa as this ball came in from Fulganko. We'll never be sure if that was an offside or not, but a penalty had been given by the referee, but the assistant referee waved it off as he gave that an offside. What an opportunity, what a last 5 minutes that could have been if Calangute Association got that penalty, but this is Vineet Budge, slips it through for Rohan Pednekar, racing into the box. Rohan cannot get past Kitran Fernandez. It's headed by Nixon Castagna, cleared on by Yagya Kapoor. Rohan calmly for Melvin Lobo, who's played in Fulganko, driving forward, finds Daryl Costa. He's given it away, and then a lunging tackle from Nixon Castagna will probably yield a yellow card for Nixon Castagna, and it is a yellow card for Nixon Castagna as he lunged into that tackle on Justin Barbosa. Who stayed on the ground. Justin. It will be Justin, however, who is going to be taken off by Armando Colasso. As we can see the substitution being prepared, Justin Barbosa being taken off, and another newcomer for Churchill Brothers, Dinesh Parwar, coming on for his debut in this year's Selvar Goa Professional League. With only 2 minutes left to play on the clock. This is Jordan Fernandez. Yagya Kapoor. Jordan again. Jordan slips it through, looking for Jocelyn Pius. But Melvin somehow clearing that ball out for a corner kick though. And this is off Talwari Kodan. And the corner flag twisting and turning. He still has the ball off Talwari Kodan. Kundaikar gets it off him. A poor ball from Dinesh. This is a good ball forward for Daryl Costa from Vineet Budge. Up against Kitran Fernandez. Daryl with the shot, which was deflected in the end straight into the hands of Debnath Mondal. Krishnanath. This is some space ahead for Rohan Pednekar. Driving in, this is Vineet Budge. Vineet against Asif, not getting the better of him now. Asif had that measure of that left foot this time as the good ball comes in from Fulganko. Will be cleared on by Alan Fernandez. Melvin Lobo now putting the ball forward. This is Pednekar, and another free kick given away by Clint Mendes. He was quite surprised in that situation. Debnath Mondal will be looking to keep his clean sheet in this game because it's been a fairly comfortable game for him. Kundaikar, Castagna and Dominic Fernandez standing over this ball. They'll be looking to get a consolation goal here against Churchill Brothers. It's really been a comfortable day for Churchill Brothers in the office, but they can get it as this has been cleared off. The final whistle can come in at any point of time, but it's past the additional 5 minutes that the referee had given, and there is the final whistle from the referee. It's been a game which has been conducted well by the referees. Asif Molla thanking the Lord for getting Churchill brothers on track. He's put in a good performance. Asif Mullah and Afdal Varikodan as well, putting in a very, very good game today. Afdal, he may not have been on the score sheet, but they have really, really put in a performance which cannot go unnoticed. They did spoil the party for FC Goa in the last match, Churchill brothers, and today at the Village Stadium it was another opportunity for Churchill brothers to spoil the game and the party for title aspirants Calangute Association, and they have done just that, getting full 3 points from this match. At full time, Churchill brothers have overcome the challenge of Calangute Association 2-0. And tomorrow's match, it is Youth Club of Manora versus Velsau Sports and Cultural Club, in what could be a battle for survival between two clubs who are right there at the bottom of the Selvar Goa Professional League table, and it should be an encounter which can be promising attacking football for all of us. So please tune in for tomorrow's match between Youth Club of Manora and Velsau Sports and Cultural Club. But for today, this is me, Shatabdi Lawrence, signing off from the Village Stadium.